My dear students, welcome to our fourth online lecture for physics as it is for rotational dynamics. In this lecture, I am going to explain one application of uniform circular motion, that is motion of a vehicle along a horizontal curved road. For that, I am going to explain this point first with the help of object. This is your plain horizontal curved road and this is your vehicle, that is a simple car. When the car has to move on this circular track, it will have to perform the uniform circular motion. Suppose the car is moving with uniform speed and it performs the uniform circular motion. When the car is moving here and perform the uniform circular motion, as we know that for uniform circular motion, the centripetal force is necessary. And which force provide here the centripetal force? See again, when the car is moving, there is a frictional force present between the tires and the road surface. That force of friction here provide the centripetal force. That force of friction is directed along, at every point it is directed along the radius and towards the center. This is the frictional force. This provides the proper centripetal force, and that's why the car can perform here the circular motion. So which are the forces? Another forces acting on this car we see here. This one is the frictional force that is directed along the radius toward the center, and one is the force that is the normal reaction force acting vertically upward, and one force is exact opposite to this normal reaction in the downward direction, that is the weight of this car. The weight of this car mg acting vertically downward, the normal reaction acting vertically upward, that are opposite to each other, and that two forces balance to each other. So that here on the whole car there is only a single net force, that is the frictional force acting here, and that frictional force provide here the proper centripetal force. So by taking this, we find the expression for the velocity. Now see here in this diagram, suppose this is our car which has the weight mg, means m is the mass of the car, g is the acceleration due to gravity, that's why the weight mg is acting vertically downward. Here is the n is the normal reaction force acting vertically upward. These two forces balance to each other, and there is one force that is directed towards the center, that is the frictional force here. The frictional force Fs, maximum frictional force, that is directed. This frictional force is present between the tires and road surface, which is directed along the radius towards the center. We consider, suppose this C is the center and R is the radius of the road. So what are the net forces? What are the total forces? The forces acting on the car are here. The forces on the car. First force is weight mg. The second force is normal reaction, that is n, and the third main force is here frictional force, or we can call it as force of friction, that is Fs. Now see here, this force of friction provides the centripetal force, and the normal reaction, that is n, is equal to, we can say, mg. The normal reaction balance the weight, and the frictional force, that is the force of static friction, we can call it as equal to centripetal force. Can you recall here what is the equation for centripetal force? If we say v is the velocity of the car, then we can say the centripetal force is mv square by r, or if we say the vehicle is performing uniform circular motion with constant angular speed omega, we can use the second equation here, mr omega square. We have to find here the maximum speed v, so we focus on this equation. The centripetal force is equal to mv square by r. Now this frictional force Fs is equal to, we can call that mu s into n, that is the coefficient of static friction, into normal reaction. This equation you have learned in your 11th class. Now n is equal to mg, so Fs is equal to, I can put mu s into mg, and now I can compare these two equations. I can say that the centripetal force that is m into v square upon r is equal to frictional force, that is mu s into mg. So on both the side m get cancelled and we get this equation v square is equal to mu s into rg, and therefore we can say v is equal to under root of mu rg or mu s into rg. Why we put here mu s? We say that this is the limiting force of static friction, that is the maximum value of static friction, and we can call this velocity as v max, that is the maximum velocity with which the vehicle can move along a curved road. If this velocity will not be maintained by the vehicle may skid along the circular track because the proper centripetal force will not be provided. If we increase this value v, then what will be there? In the centripetal force we say that mv square by r. If we increase the v, the centripetal force will increase, and that proper centripetal force will not be provided by the frictional force because the frictional force has some limit. So that we have to find the maximum speed limit when the vehicle has to move on a horizontal curved road. Here one thing is, again listen here, what is important, that v max is equal to under root mu s into rg. In this equation the coefficient of static friction is fixed. The radius of a road, once the road is constructed, the radius of road is also fixed and the acceleration due to gravity is also fixed. That's why for a particular road the maximum velocity for all the vehicle will be same because there is no m. M is the mass of the vehicle, and here when we calculate the maximum velocity for any vehicle, it is independent of mass. So we can say that the velocity, maximum velocity along a particular curved road will be same for light as well as heavy vehicles. Means both the cycle, bicycle or car or truck will be passed on that road, all that have to maintain the same speed. Now on this topic I am going to explain one problem here. Let us see this problem. Here what is the problem? A bend in a level road, bend means curved road, has a radius of 20 meter. Find the maximum speed which a car turning this bend may have without skidding if the coefficient of the friction between the tires and the road is 0.8. My dear students, when we have to solve the problem, we must read the problem 2 times and we must note that what are the given things in that problem. Here 2 things are given, that is the radius of the curved road, that is 20 meter. What is again given? The coefficient of static friction mu s is equal to 0.8. And what you have to find? You have to find the maximum speed limit, that is v max. So for that, when we solve, we write the solution. Again we can say when the vehicle is moving, it has to move safely. So there is the condition centripetal force is equal to frictional force, and we can directly write. We can write here the centripetal force is equal to force of friction. We can write here mv square by r is equal to mu into mg, mu s into mg, or directly we can use v max is equal to under root of mu s into r into g. We can use directly this formula also. When we put the values here, mu s is equal to 0.8, it is unitless quantity, r is equal to 20 meter and g is equal to 9.8. If you calculate, if you multiply this, you can find the value in the under root. It is 156.8. You can calculate it, and when you find the square root of this, you will get 12.5 meter per second. So this is the maximum speed limit for this curved road for all the vehicles, so that they will move along that curved road safely without skidding. You can solve some more problems on this topic. I will give you it in your homework. So thank you.